Hey, what's up, everybody? Back with another review, and of course, this time I will be reviewing Umbrella Academy Season 2. Now, the first season of Umbrella Academy, you found the characters in a world ending situation caused by one of them, and the only option they had was to jump through time to try to fix it. And of course, Season 2 picks up right after those events. Now, I'm going to do most of this review with just touching on episodes here and there without doing too many spoilers. So I'm going to probably jump to of course, start at the beginning, the middle, and the end and give my overall thoughts about how I felt about this season of the show. Now, the beginning, once we get to the first episode and they jump through time, they actually end up landing in the early 60s. The only issue is that once they jump through time, each individual ends up getting, I guess, teleported or spit out in this same alley, but at different times. So, say if someone got spit out 1961, the next person got spit out 1962 or at a different time. So, pretty much most of the characters get spit out, they separate from each other, get lost, and then the first couple episodes is literally them just trying to find each other, and you end up finding out what happened to them once they got spit out of the I guess you can say the time hole or wormhole, and how they adjusted to the situations and what they pretty much did to survive and keep pushing on. Because at that point, most of them thought that, well, I'll eventually see the others again or I won't. So I got to keep moving on with my life. So that's what they end up doing. So you have Five, who has the ability to time travel and teleport, trying to wrangle everybody back together. And of course, which makes this a show is that, of course, that was not a easy task to begin with. So from there, you have the episodes. They go through their trials and tribulations of finding each other. You have certain characters, well, one certain character who cannot remember who they actually are, and they end up living on a farm just trying to start over and figure out what's going on with their life. And past that, of course, you start seeing the plot threads for what's going on in the background, and new characters are introduced. And of course, for me, the rhythm of this completeness of the show, it actually started off, the beginning started off pretty good. Those couple episodes in between were all right. The middle, I was kind of like, but when it got to the end, they actually stuck the landing pretty good. So that is one thing that I actually did enjoy. But the thing that I found similar with this season of the show was what the couple of issues I had with the first season. Like, certain things dragged on, took too long to get through, and it made the show take too long to get to where it needed to be. It was really interesting to see that these characters got put in these certain situations because, of course, they're coming from 2019, time traveling back to the early 60s. And, of course, you know, with civil rights and things going on at those times, they take some of the issues from today and display how they would work back then, and having people from this time period directly deal with it. So there's some interesting things going on. They had the whole civil rights thing, but I thought they could have pushed it a little bit further. They played the safe zone with that, at least in my personal opinion. But on some parts, they went a little bit further than I expected them to. So I got to give them a little bit of kudos on that. There's a coffee scene that comes back into play that I thought, I was like, okay, I like that. I like that they actually did that to show that, hey, people aren't just going to lay down and just take foolishness from everybody. But I thought that was good. And of course, they had some of the other issues that go on today that people are facing. I'm not going to spoil too much for you. Like I said, I don't want to spoil this too much of this season. I just want to give you a good overview and what I think. So, of course, the beginning, the middle, and the end. I really liked the ending of this season because it took a minute to get to it because they built up to it, of course. And some of the episodes were filler, but even in the filler episodes, they had key moments, but it wasn't enough key moments to have me thrilled throughout the whole thing. Did I enjoy the season? I thought it was all right. It could have been better, but I did enjoy that beginning, and I really loved the ending of this. So I have to say that I got to give them a pass somewhat, because between, it's 10 episodes, so between 1 through 5, and they're building up, it was alright. But when it got to the end, like I said before, they did stick the landing on this, and I did enjoy it because the ending of this particular season, I literally want to see the next season right away. And of course, this season, it had a couple of interesting moments with some of the characters that I didn't think we would actually get in this season, but we actually still ended up getting it. So I thought that was pretty interesting. But of course, the basics of this show is them trying to avoid the destruction of the world, trying to prevent the apocalypse from going on due to intervening situations with them time traveling. But the last episode did a good job. Of course, it has some of the usual cliche, oh, we can do this to do this. If you watch any type of superhero show or fantasy show like this, there's certain things, especially with time travel, that you say, well, you can do this or do that. And of course, they do those things, but they do them in a way that you can say, okay, that's plausible enough that I can roll with it. But I really did like the ending of this particular season. I thought that was a good ending, especially if they go into season 3, which hopefully they will, because I literally want to see what happens next. Because that's the one good thing about the Umbrella Academy. They do that very well. Of course, with the first season, the way they ended the first season, after the end, you say, yeah, I gotta see this next season. So overall, I thought it was good. Did I think it was the greatest thing popping? No. But I still enjoyed it, and I'll still watch it if they make more of it. So, that's my review for it. I put it on kind of the same level as the first season. If you didn't like the first season, you're probably not going to like this season. So, that's going to be a fair warning to anybody who's like, man, I didn't like that first season. You don't like that first season, you're probably not going to like this, because this hits some of the same steps and rhythms, of course, because it's the same show, and they present you the story. So that's it for my review for Umbrella Academy season 2, with little to no spoilers, as much as I could. So basic review: if you like the first season, you'll enjoy the second season. I just wish when they go to the third season that they can avoid one thing they did with this season and the previous season. I wish they would turn it up more so you'll be more engaged with it, because at certain points in the first and the second season, you feel like it's almost a chore until they throw something exciting your way that keeps you going. Like, you can watch most shows and they'll just keep you glued the whole time. This, maybe it's because of the format of it being dropped at one time, or the number of the episodes, of how they write them and how they do the story structure. Maybe that's how they do it. But if that's the issue, if they could just find a way to keep that beginning, middle, and ending beat in between every episode and keep that hypeness, this could be way, way, way better than what it is. But I still did enjoy it. But that's my review for Umbrella Academy Season 2. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. Did you watch it? Are you watching it? Did you enjoy it? Did you not like it? Did you think it was alright? Are you down for a third season? But otherwise than that, I will catch you all in the next one. Alright, everybody.